Welcome to chair yoga for fall prevention. And we don't sit in the chair the whole time, but you can if you want to, need to. We use the chair as a piece of gear today. We'll kind of walk in between chairs, use the chairs as gear, stand beside the chair for balance if you have those balance challenges. I'm going to stand up, move this chair out of the way. Just know I'm going to come back up to the front of the room for our guided rest, relaxation, and our gratitude practice. Let me move this chair out of the way. And I'm kind of checking to see how this is in the room. You know what? I think I need to put it down just a little bit so you can make sure you can see my feet in action. For inaction, as the case may be. Okay, beautiful. Again, welcome to chair yoga for fall prevention. Yes, you can do this class seated in the chair. I invite you to come a little bit more forward on that chair, though, so you engage those tall posture muscles. And let's just kind of have our feet be parallel, look like number 11s, or skis, as I like to call them. And in other words, feet are not going out. They're not like going in. So knees aligned with the feet. Very nice. We're going to do some grounding first. So basically, all that means is firm feet into the floor, nice soft bend in the knees. And I invite you to place your hand below your belly button and above your belly button. Kind of relax those shoulders a little bit, and let's breathe in through the nose and let the belly expand, let the chest expand. So let's do that. So breathe in, belly and chest out. And then exhale, kind of draw that belly button towards your spine. Get all the air out. Beautiful. Let's do that again. Breathe in, belly and chest out. Let that chest rise. Wonderful. Exhale, belly button towards your spine. Again, breathe in, belly out, and exhale. One more time. Here we go. Breathe in, belly out, and exhale. Beautiful. I'm going to move this one chair out to the side a little bit. May need it in just a bit, but we're going to start with our warm-up, and then we'll work out, cool down, stretch, balance. So it's like a traditional aerobics workout. So we're going to shake those wrists. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then you can hang on to the chair if you like. And we're going to do small foot shakes. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch sides. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Warming up the body. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I'm kind of close to the back of the room here, so I'm going to shift a little forward because I'm going to do large leg shakes. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, if you can do this without hanging on to the chair, that's testing your balance, but make sure it's close by, okay? Other side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do some wrist circles. Feet a little bit wider if you could. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reverse. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now the weird one. I'm going to come up to the room. So you do the back of the hand and then hand on top of the hand. Back of the hand. It's called the palm stretch. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you switch. My brain's kind of going, what? Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Hand on top of the hand, up and down with the palms, feet a little bit wide here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to step back a little bit. Hands on the shoulders, and we're going to have the bent elbows and arm extends for shoulder tap outs. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now make fists, and we'll make fists when we bring them in and open the palms out for shoulder out. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, do what you can with what you got today, okay? So we got these little hitchhiker thumbs. Place them on your collarbones or somewhere around there, and shoulder rolls. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reverse. Go at your own speed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now I'm going to hang my hand on the chair, come up on the ball of my foot, whether I'm seated. You know, if you're seated, you can raise your leg up and do this. But if you're here on the floor, let's do ankle circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Reverse. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other side, up on the ball of the foot. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reverse. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Sit up tall, stand up tall, and then we're going to bend at the knees, hands on the knees, and we pulse softly here. 1, 2, and then bend the knees some more. 5, 6, softly straighten. Let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I counted wrong. Let's do that again. Sorry about that. 1, 2, then bend the knees. 3, 4, softly straighten. 5, 6, bend the knees. 7, 8. Do that again. Straighten legs. 1, 2, bend the knees. 3, 4, straighten the legs. 5, 6, bend the knees. 7, 8. And then come back on up. From here, we're going to step out and lunge. So basically, we step out and lunge and twist to the side. Okay? Bring it back to the center, hands down. Now we're going to do the other side. So step out, twist as much as you can comfortably, okay? Bring it back to the center and down. Now with a little bit of speed here. So bring the arms up, twist, arms up to the down, arms up, twist out and lunge, bring it to the center and down. Let's do one more set. Bring the arms up, twist out, arms to the center and down. One more, arms up, twist out, bring it up and down. From here, basically we're on the heels, yes? We're going to bend the knees. Maybe the hands are on the chair or, you know, seated on the chair. You're basically going to bounce the knees. So we're pumping the knees. So it's a little mini shake qigong going on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Feet a little wide. Let's do those hip circles. Take it over to one side and start going to the back, to the side, to the front, to the back, and to the way back, and reverse. Very good. Before we did helicopters, basically we're going to do the slapping qigong. Again, I'm going to move my chair a little forward because my arms kind of go wild on this. Feet a little wide, little soft bend in the knees, and basically you're twisting side to side, keeping those knees to the front of the room as best you can. And then eventually they go a little higher, getting the, let's see, the liver, the spleen, the kidneys. Breathing in and out. Being mindful how this feels for your knees, okay? Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. And then make it smaller, smaller, and smaller. From here, interlace the fingers up towards the sky. And then bring them down low towards the floor, however that is comfortable for you. And then make fists, put them on your hips, hips forward, chest towards the sky. Let's do that again. Pulse up for 2, 1, 2, and then down towards the floor, 3, 4, fist on the hips, 5, 6, 7, 8. You got to move away from the back of the chair to make this happen too if you're seated. One more time, up to the sky, 1, 2, down towards the floor, bend those knees, 3, 4, fists on the hips, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so this next one, if you have arms on the chairs, make sure your arms are going to go way out from the chair so you don't hit, your arms on the armchairs. So from here, To the front with fists. To the sky. Very good. All the way back behind you. Woo! And all the way forward. Let's do that again. To the front. To the sky. All the way back behind you. Whoa. And all the way forward. Let's do that one more time. To the front. To the sky. Careful now. All the way back behind you. And all the way forward. Very nice. Hands on the hips. Side to side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Softly up and down. Now don't make this too extreme. So it's towards the sky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. With your nose, draw a circle like we do in chair Tai Chi, the Atlas point rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reverse direction. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Arms out into a letter T, step out, and then bring it back in. Other side, step out up to the sky, and then bring it back in. Other side, letter T, step out to the thighs, to the sky, to the thighs. One more time. So it's like a floor version of jumping jacks. One more time. Little brain work going on there. Very good. From here, again, you can hang on to the chair. You can use your hands underneath the knees if you're seated. Soccer slaps. So again, you don't have to touch the hand or the foot, but you can, kind of make that downward motion. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can't quite do this one on the chair, but it's hand curls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Opposite hand to the back leg behind you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Legs wide on the chair, hinge forward, and then look at the floor and breathe. Here we go. Breathe in and out. Notice the heart rate, breathing in and out. Keep breathing. Nice, big, noisy breath if you can. One more. All right, beautiful. Grab your block. Grab your yoga strap. Grab your stretchy band, whatever you have today. Okay. See where my stuff is all the way to the front of the room. How about that? Now, last week when I did this, the stretchy strap broke. Of course, Murphy's Law. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen in Gail's class, right? So this is our portion where we strengthen the hip musculature. So I invite you to take that yoga block or that ball, whatever you have. You're going to place it in between the legs, and then we're going to heel toe the feet in to where you have this nice contraction of the inner thighs. I hope it's nice. It may not be nice. You may be feeling one side has a little extra going on versus the other. So that usually indicates an imbalance, maybe one side stronger than the other for whatever reason. Now, the strap, we're not using that strap quite yet, but we're squeezing the strap. While we're here, let's do some strengthening for the upper body. So let's go to the letter W where we squeeze the shoulders so the elbows are kind of driving towards the side of our body. Don't forget to squeeze the block. And we're going to do one of the 6 essential spinal movements while we're here squeezing the block. So let's breathe in, belly big. Now, contract that belly button, chin stays aligned with your chest, and twist over towards one side. Again, squeeze that block. You may have lost the twisting shoulder rest, so re-squeeze. Stay here, breathe in, belly big. Exhale back to the center and release the shoulders, but you're still trying to squeeze the block. Ooh, the hips are starting to get a little workout there. And again, go back to the letter W, squeeze. Okay, beautiful. Squeeze the block. Breathe in, belly big. Exhale, twist over to the other side. Does one side twist more than the other? Do you notice that? Stay here. Breathe in, belly big. Exhale, back to the center, release. All right, take that block out just for a second too. We're going to use our strap. So if you already have a loop in your strap, go ahead and bring it here to where it's going to go around your thighs. Now mine's super long. I'm going to take it into both buckles. And then I'm trying to make a nice little loop here. Now I'm making sure my buckle is in the center. It's not knobbing my leg any, right? And then I got to open up my buckle strap. I'm going to take the end. This is a super long one. I'm going to thread it in between the buckle straps and then pull it through, because that's going to be how it's going to keep the tightness. And I'm going to kind of choke up on that a little bit. All right, so I'm looking to see how y'all are doing. Those of you that are on camera, working that strap a little bit. Everybody got their strap or their TheraBand or their resistance band around their thighs? And if you don't have this equipment, that's fine too. You can do that on the follow-up video. So what I'm going to do is take one of my feet and walk it into the other foot. And so I have it at an angle here. So this is where the TheraBand, the stretchy band, either with the handles on it or that thing that you get from PT, or maybe you ordered one, gives you a little bit more work to happen for strengthening this hip complex. Well, what I'm doing is I'm making the one that I didn't move is very firm into the floor. So I got some good contraction energy going on there. And this other one, I'm pushing it away. So I'm, again, trying to encourage that strength building, that muscle building here in the thigh, in the hamstring, in the glute muscles, and some of the stuff that's going on here in the front of the pelvis. So again, pressing it away. If you want to, you don't have a strap or that kind of thing, you can take your hand and press it away, or you can take both hands and create resistance here. So with or without gear, you can still get a resistance going on there. And release, relax everything, yay. Kind of walk it back. We're going to do the other side. So we're going to heel toe the other foot in. And again, you're maybe already feeling that tension, that sensation happening of contraction energy or strength building energy. And then I'm going to place my hand on the stable leg. So I'm pressing that into the floor, and I'm going to give it a little extra here. I'm going to push it away, push it into the strap, push that leg into the strap. So I kind of feel all sorts of business going on here. Woo! Breathe in, breathe out. Are y'all feeling the tension? Those of y'all on the camera, yes, no? Okay, good. Beautiful. Oh, I saw fireworks. Okay, cool. I got to learn how to do that. Keep it here, keep breathing. But just know, if you need to take a break, please take a break. It's okay. Join us or wait for the next one. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I like that. I need it though. Again, push it away if you need a little extra tension there, and release. Woo! You know what? Take that strap off, but if you still have that loop and you want to use it, somehow I got to get that leg off. We're going to use that possibly in this next posture. So what I'm going to do is turn sideways. And you know what? You are also going to turn sideways. You're going to take your bun off the chair. I'm going to scoot my booty back a little bit here. And then I'm going to take this leg that's in front of the chair, bring it back a little bit. And then this feels weird for my bottom, so I got to move to where it feels comfortable. Let me see if you can see that in the camera. Yeah, very good. So this other leg, I'm trying to be firm into the floor, firm into the front leg, and I'm firm into those back curly toes. And if I want to feel a little bit more, I'm going to squeeze my bun, woo, and then shift forward just a little bit. It doesn't take much to feel stuff going on in this hip flexor, yeah? Again, think about pressing firmly into that front leg. Maybe you need that opposite hand on that leg to help that. I'm hanging onto my chair, either here low or at the top of the chair. Firm feet into the floor to encourage that hip musculature activation, and then relax everything, yay. Bring that back leg next to the other leg. Now let's just go ahead and do cat-cow. You can stay sideways on the chair or shift to the front, but make sure your feet are not going out or tucked under. They're kind of at that nice little angle here. Okay, very good. Now I leaned forward a little bit, so I'm trying to have my ears as best I can over my shoulders, over my hips. So this is called mountain pose, whether you're standing, whether you're seated. And again, if you want to do these postures standing, please do, okay? Hands on my knees. I'm going to breathe in, belly out. When I contract that belly button, I'm going to curve to the back of the room. Maybe sometimes you hang onto the chair because you feel like, ooh, does it feel stable? Okay, so I'm kind of peeling the back muscles away from my spine. From here, stay here. Breathe in, belly big. Then exhale, contract that belly button, and then you shift back to tall mountain. So you may notice that little pelvic tilt happening when we go from cat to tall mountain. Now let's do cow version, shall we? So again, breathe in, belly big. Contract that belly button. Keep the ears aligned with the top of the shoulders. Exhale, elbows out, hinge forward. So when I do cat-cow, I don't take my chin towards the sky or chin towards my chest. I keep everything aligned so I don't introduce excessive curvature in my cervical spine. That's for back yoga. I just kind of know that that's, probably a better thing to do. Let's, again, breathe in here. Contract that belly button. Come back up to tall seated mountain. Belly soft. Breathe in. Grab those legs, curve to the back of the room. Ooh, that feels nice. Extension and flexion of the spine. Stay here, breathe in. Exhale, come back up to tall seated mountain. Be slow, be sweet. Stay here, breathe in. Exhale, hinge forward. Last time, inhale, stay here, breathe in. Exhale, back to tall seated mountain. Now we got to do the other side. You're probably thinking, oh, yay, she forgot the other side. No, I did not. Other side of the chair. I said we were going to use our strap, but I don't think we are today for this posture. So we're going to take the bun off and step that foot back. All right. So how I would use this strap with the loop, I would put it on the top of the ankle. But for strength building, this doesn't really build strength. It just builds kind of a weird imbalance thing. So where you would raise that up. So for strength building for this class, we don't do that version. We bring that toe back, firm heel into the floor of the front, toes on the floor, squeeze the bun closest to me, the other bun, the one that's coming off the chair. And look, I'm hanging onto the chair there. And then if you want more, shift forward with that hip complex. And it gets a little spicy. Woo. Again, press firmly into the front foot. Be tall, ears over the shoulders, shoulders over the hips. Press firmly into the floor with both feet that are in contact with the ground. So this is a variation of Warrior One, by the way, where you have one hip more forward than the back. So it's an asymmetrical pose, but it's great for isolating the hip flexors, getting into the muscles of the leg, and release. Woo! Bring it back to the center. From here, we're going to scoot back into our chair. So let's scoot back. We're going to do the knee strengtheners. I don't know if we're going to use the strap. We'll see. And basically, we're going to flex a foot. Now, this feels weird to the back of my leg, so I lift my leg for the first one because it gets kind of stuck in my chair a little bit. And then from here, we're going to lower and hover. So hover the foot, and then point the toe away to the front of the room. Very good. And release. Let's do the other side. So we're going to flex that foot. Again, I have to lift my leg to make it feel more comfortable. And then lower and hover. And then point the toe and release. Other side, flex that heel. Here we go. Press it, press it, press it. Excellent. And then hover and then point that toe. Strengthens the knees and everything around here. And release. Let's do the other side. Flex that heel. Woo. And then lower and then point that toe and release. So we did seated warrior. We did cat-cow. We need to do that side lateral flexion to address the other components in the spinal muscles. So let's inhale, circle, sweep an arm up. Now I'm going to sneak the other arm back behind me and then reach up. We also did the twist already, so don't have to do that. And then reach over, over, over. Feel that stretch from your armpit to your hip, maybe in the chest muscles. Bring it back on up and float it down. Let's do the other side. Inhale, circle, sweep the other arm up. And then you just kind of reach a little bit more. Hand beside you or back behind you. Inhale, reach. feet firm into the floor, and then up and over. Do what you can with what you got today. Woo! Bring it back on up and down. Beautiful. Grab your yoga block. Let's come to either seated or standing. And I don't know where I'm going to put this, but I guess I'm going to put it down on the floor. We're going to do something that's called swimming dragon. So with swimming dragon, again, you can do this seated or standing, but I like the standing version because there's a little extra going on here. We typically do this with hands together, but I like to use the block since we have that gear. So palms on that block or ball. And then we're going to breathe in, belly big, and then contract the belly button. Push the block one way and shoot your hips out to the side. Turn your head over towards that hip side. Now, this doesn't happen on the chair. You just have the block and the head moving. And then stay here, breathe in, belly button tight, exhale, bring it back to the center. So this helps me with my scoliotic spine. Again, breathe in, belly big. Woo! Hips and head turn, and you push the block the other way. So kind of really get into that. Again, kind of feel where there's some stuff going on, yeah? Breathe in, belly big. Exhale, back to the center. Let's do that again. Stay here, inhaling. Contract that belly, push it away. Hips one direction, head one direction, block the other direction. Inhale, stay here. Exhale, back to the center. Inhaling once again, last time. Belly button tight, exhale, push it away, turn that head, shift the block. Nice. Inhale here, exhale back to the center. Beautiful. Okay, from here, I'm going to just keep that block there. You know what? Those of us that have the strap, whether you're seated or standing, some of us put those little loops on that strap. I'm going to try to step my foot into that strap. Typically we do big toe hold with hanging on to two ends of the strap, but you can also use a loop, and I'm going to use my chair, flex the heel, that strap along the bottom of the foot, and then I'm going to wrap my wrist around that strap and pull, and I'm pushing firmly into the floor. So I have the other knee bent. Again, you can use two straps and pull and push. So this is to activate the hip musculature. It's a bone building posture. We got to hold it about 30 seconds. So again, you should be feeling stuff in your hand because you're vigorously pulling, maybe in the forearm, maybe in the armpit, the upper back muscles. Again, pull, push into the floor. If you're seated, this version is you're pulling and pushing into that yoga stretch. You've got this nice muscular contraction going on. And release. We're going to switch it to the other side. Whether you're seated, whether you're standing, you're pulling and pushing into that strap, giving lots of vigor with this yoga posture. Let me show that a little bit sideways. Again, I'm going to wrap that strap around my wrist so I can really pull and push. And again, my foot's just not resting here. I'm pushing into the floor and toes towards me to get that muscular contraction. I'm hanging onto the chair just in case. Breathing in, breathing out. So we kind of mixed it up a little bit. We did some standing, some seated for the seated strengthening portion. And release. Your heart rate may go up on those strong contractions. Just kind of know that. Let's clap those hands because hanging onto that strap can be kind of circulation challenging. So clap and rub. Get some heat going on there. And you know what? Let's just tap it out. We're going to tap the tips of the fingers. Then take it up the side. Lean your ear towards your shoulder and get that shoulder. And then palm up. Bring it down the front. Again, it's not whapping. It's tapping. Let's do that again. Tap, tap, tap. Softly on the side of the arm. Up into that shoulder. Palm up. Bring it down. Clap the hands here. Rub, rub, rub. Get some heat going on here. Some circulation enhancement. Love it. All right. Tap the tips of the fingers. So here we go. And then bring it up. Into the shoulder. Oh yeah. Palm up. Bring it down. A little clap in there. And again, tips of the fingers. Tap, 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 tap. All right. Let's go to the outside. Here we go. Clearing that energy up into that shoulder, my favorite place, and then bring it down. Clap those hands. Again. Lovely. All right, I'm going to turn my chair sideways. Y'all can keep your chair however's best for you. We're going to be doing some of that standing, balancing business now. So let me turn that chair and let me see how it looks like in the camera. Okay, let me scoot back just a little bit there. Okay. From here, we're going to do the leg and arm stretch. We're going to step back one of our legs, and that same side arm goes up into the air. So from here, step a foot back and lay down on that heel. Now with that forward foot, mine's kind of a little bit too far away from the chair, so I'm going to, scoot it forward a little bit. So I'm going to bend the forward knee, the knee closest to the chair. So I get a little bit of the behind, hamstring, calf, Achilles going on here. And I'm going to raise the same side arm up. So there's a little back bend element going on here. Be sweet, okay? Sometimes when you extend that arm up, it does too much of a back bend. You'll kind of notice it by the sensation that's going on here. And then release the arm down, bend that back leg, step it forward. Now let's do the other side. Step the other leg back, come down laying on that heel. And I'm going to bend the knee closest to the chair. I'm switching arms here. And again, raise that same side arm up as the leg that stepped back. And you may notice some asymmetries. Things are not the same, one side versus the other. Woo! And then bring the arm down, step it forward. Now maybe you can step it back a little bit more. Or maybe you want to stay in the same place. So I'm going to try to step it back a little bit more. Come down on that heel and bend that forward knee. Okay. All right. And same side arm raises up. Whatever leg you step back, same side arm raises up. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Don't forget to breathe. All right, bring the arm down, lean forward, step it forward. Step the other foot back a little bit more if you can, yeah? And then lay down on that heel. Bend that forward knee towards the chair. Woo, okay, feel it on this side for sure. Same side arm can go up, but you always have the option, both hands on the chair. Just know that, okay? Or hand on the hip instead of hand to the sky. You kind of play around with it, yeah? Yeah. All right, hand on the chair, step that back foot forward. Now let's do the sciatica soother. So we're going to go back to the first place. We stepped it back a little bit, yeah? And then be on that back heel. Now I'm going to bend the leg closest to you, the one I stepped back. I'm going to come up on the ball of the foot and then tuck that tailbone under. Now, if you can, sometimes this is a little wiggly. Maybe you can raise that arm up. Mine's wiggly today. I kind of feel a little target here in my behind, yeah? Especially when I do this. And then relax, release it, step it forward. Let's do the other side. Step it back just a little bit. Heel down, okay? Back foot, roll up on the ball of the foot. Tuck that tailbone under. Whoa. And then same side arm can be on the hip or it can be sky high. So there's a little concentration going on here in the sciatica soother. Stretch that nerve, kind of get it out of its little pinchy places. Very good. And release. All right. So I'm going to bring the chair to the front here and let's get some swinging going on here. So I have my hands on the chair. You can do hands on the hips. But I like hands on the chair just in case. And from here, it's just out to the side and to the inside foot. Hope that makes sense. I feel like my hips going up to the sky when I do this, yeah? Simple leg sweeps to the side. Standing behind our chair. Let's do two more. And that was it. Now we're going to do the other side. Why do I always step in between? I don't know. Let's do that. Other side. Hello, behind. Hello, side booty. Yep. Very good. Let's do four more. 4, woo, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. So I'm going to show, am I going to show this one sideways? I'm going to show it a little bit sideways. So this next one, we have our toes pointed towards the back of the chair. I'm going to step one of my legs out a little bit. I'm going to point my toe inward, my heel out. So this is the psoas strengthening exercise. So basically, I'm going to swing it across with the toe in, and when I bring it back, I swing it out with the toe out. I hope that makes sense. I'm going to step back just a little bit more. So here we go. Swing across and out. Toe in, toe out. Toe in, toe out. Woo! Getting that psoas muscle a little bit different here. Again, your step back away from that chair. 2 more. And release. Let's do the other one. Again, step the other one out. Bring the toe in, heel out. We're going to sweep it across and then sweep it out with the toe out. I'm going to step back a little bit because I don't want to hit my chair. Yeah? All right, so here we go. Sweep it across, toe in, toe out. So we're kind of lubricating that hip joint also. You might notice that. Getting that ball socket hip joint. Heel. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, woo, and 1. All right, beautiful. So next is the 3-point step. It's a Tai Chi movement. We step back a little bit. So we're going to point both toes. Actually, is that right? No, we point both toes to the front of the room. And basically, what we're going to do, we're on the heel with the toes up. And then we bring it back to the center and then out to the side and back to the center and point the toe back behind you. It's called the empty step. So again, I'm going to move away a little bit here. So heel down, toe up, heel down, out to the side. Whoops, I messed up. Heel down, toe up, bring it back to the center, then out, center, and then back behind you. Squeeze that butt. Again, forward to the center, out to the center, to the back, to the center. One more time. Forward, center, out, center, back behind you, center. Now I'm going to move over to the other side of the chair to do the other side. So again, both feet pointed towards the front of the room. Bend both knees, kind of sink down into the leg closest to the chair. And we do heel up, toes up, center, out to the side, heel up, heel down, toe up, center, and point the toe back behind you. Very good. Heel forward, toe up, center, out to the side, center, to the back of the room, center. One more time. Toe up, heel down, center, out to the side, center, back behind you, center. From here, we're going to go ahead and do both legs where we swing the inside leg forward and back to kind of relieve that pressure that kind of gets built when we do the psoas strengthener. Sorry, I didn't do that on the other one, but we'll do that. We'll catch up with that. This is good for bursitis. Balance, getting ready to walk. Yeah? A couple more. All right, now let's shift it over to the other one till we get the other leg, the other inside leg kind of lubricated here. Notice if you hear any or feel any snap, crackle, pops. You might. Breathe in, breathe out. Very good. From here, make it smaller, smaller, and smaller. From here, stand away from the chair, get away from the back of the chair, and basically shake. This is a little bit of a bone density thing. It's called a Qigong shake. You move your lymph, you oxygenate your blood, you stimulate your thymus, that T cell. Very good. Shake, shake, shake. And make it still. Very good. So we have a new one. It's called Reed in the Pond. So we're going to bring the ankles and the knees together. So this to help to develop balance, to bring more awareness around the space around us. It's called proprioception. I'm sure I mispronounced that. This massages the bottoms of the feet, those acupressure points, which is very beneficial. So basically, ankles, knees together, and you start taking your upper body and making circles. Now, I'm kind of like leery of this one, so I'm going to stand closer to my chair as I do this. So again, you're going in circles. So you're kind of moving one place to the other with the feet. So I'm trying to keep my hips kind of still with my legs. I'm using the upper body to do this. It's a very subtle move. So it's like a reed in a pond. When the wind comes across, it just kind of shifts one side to the other. Now let's go reverse. Let's see if I can do the reverse. So you're having to facilitate you know, from the heels to the balls of the feet, to the arches, to the toes. So you may notice some like differences going on here. So for me, I'm noticing some things that I need to work on. This is supposed to be soothing for the body and mind. I don't know. I think it's a little challenging here. All right, one more time all the way on. Very good. Shake it out. From here, let's do golden rooster. So I'm standing beside my chair. I'm going to point my toes towards the corner, bend both knees, and then I'm going to anchor into the leg that's closest to the chair. So basically, I'm kind of tucking in, knee bent. So the outside leg is going to raise up and bent elbow, point the toe down. Now, if you're seated in the chair, maybe fingertips underneath to raise that leg up, okay? You don't have to do the arm. And if you want to release the chair, you can. And then release. And then come out of that. Just kind of move a little bit. And then we're going to go again. Kind of bend the knees, tuck the tailbone under, belly button tight, raise an arm, raise that leg. Now, the leg may be more close to the floor, and that's okay. Point the toe down. Maybe release the chair, maybe not. And release. Step it back a little bit. All right, we're going to do that one more time. So again, bend both knees, anchor down, tuck it in, arm and leg go up, belly button tight, point that toe down, release the chair if you want to, or not, and release. Little movement here. Let's go over to the other side. So we're going to do the other side. So again, I'm pointing my toes towards the corner of the back of the chair, bending both knees. Very good. And tucking that tailbone under, lift the leg and the arm up. So you may notice one side is a little bit different than the other. Point the toe down. Again, you can have fingertips underneath the back of the knee too if you wanted to. So same side, arm and leg are up in the air. And release. And release. Okay, kind of move it a little bit. Again, leg closest to the chair or whatever, you know, the other side. Bend both knees, tuck that tailbone under, lift the same side arm and leg up, up, up. Again, if you're seated, maybe it's a hand underneath the knee to help facilitate that. Point that toe down. Very good, very good. Woo! And release. Don't hold your breath. I was holding my breath. Move a little bit. Now let's do that again. Bend both knees. Excellent. Tuck that tailbone under. Lift that same arm and leg up. Shake, shake, shake. Point that toe down. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Excellent. And release. I think that was 3, wasn't it? I think it was. Okay, I'm going to shift my chair over a little bit. Let's do what this is called, balance the pearl. Now, in learning how to do a Tai Chi ball, typically we have this with a ball, but we don't all have a ball. We're going to use a block. So, let's see here. I'm trying to think. So from here, feet firm, bend both knees. You know what? If you're feeling a little balance challenge, maybe do this behind the chair, but I'm going to try this without the chair first. And basically, we're going to place our feet at an angle, and we're going to sink, tuck the tailbone under, and then we're going to move the block into one hand. Well, actually, bring it over to one side, whatever shoulder you have that block at. Lift the opposite leg up and point the toe. So this is, I'm going to hang on to the chair. This is balance the pearl. And then release, step over. And here's where my other chair comes in handy. Other shoulder. So we sink, tuck, leg that's going to be balancing. You're really firm into the floor. You anchor it in, block towards that shoulder, lift that opposite leg up. Now I'm using the chair today because I'm quite wiggly. Point that toe down and release. Step over, bend the knees, tuck it under, leg that you're going to balance on, really firm into the floor. That leg that you're balanced into, that's the side where you put the block or the ball, and then lift the opposite leg up, point the toe down, balance the pearl. And then step it down, step over, switch it over to the other side, bend, tuck, sink, lift the leg up. Oh, I can't do it on that one. And then release. One more time each side. So you're stepping over to the other side, bend the knees, tuck it under, foot firm into the floor, Foot firm into the floor. Yeah, that makes sense. Shoulder to the block, block to the shoulder. Lift that opposite leg up. You may notice one side's less wiggly than the other or more wiggly. Bring it down, step it out, step it in. Bend both knees, block to the other side. Opposite leg is going to go up. Here we go. I'm going to use the chair to begin with. And then try to balance. Or not. Probably not, right? And release. Beautiful. Okay. From here, I'm going to move my equipment out of the way and let's do our walking sequence. So a wall, a walker, a chair, to where you're going to notice your forward and backwards gait. So hands on the top of the chair. I just noticed we had one new person in the classroom. So those of y'all that have been doing this, we're going to go ahead and do this. So it's going to be heel toe forward, and you're not looking down at the floor, okay? We're trying to look forward to train ourselves not to look at the floor if possible. Heel toe forward, heel toe forward. And then maybe you release the chair. I still have one set of fingers here. And then we're going to do toe, heel, backwards, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, until you cannot anymore. Now, pause for a moment. Look at your feet. So when I do the backwards walk, I notice that my heels are in and my toes are out. So it's not wrong or anything. I'm just noticing what I'm noticing, yeah? So here we go. Forward again. Heel, toe, try to be smooth. Heel, toe, look at your feet. So mine are kind of pointing more straight, but sometimes they're going to be out and in depending on what your balance challenges are. And then take the forward foot back, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. So you can practice this at a kitchen counter, down a hallway, hand on the wall. Practice going forward, going backwards. It uses different muscles. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll hang onto the rail and I'll walk backwards down the stairs because, again, it uses different muscles, but I'm very, like aware of what's going on. Let's do this again. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. Do you catch yourself looking down? Maybe. And then toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. Again, we're trying to build that proprioception. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, forward. And then one more. Go back, go back, go back. All right, so those of you that have been coming to class, I gave y'all homework. The homework was sit to stand. If you're unfamiliar with that, you find a solid surface where you can put a chair up against the wall. And then the other one in front of you, and then the general practices. Let me just show you this without the two chairs. So you're seated in a chair. So the objective is to build your strength to where you can do sit to stands, depending on your age, less than 65, 10 to 12, depending if you're a man or a woman, in 30 seconds. So sometimes that's like, whoa, that might be mission impossible. So you try not to have the knees go out or the feet in. You try to have everything aligned. Maybe you can have one foot more forward than the other foot. That's one thing you can try to do. But typically it's like your heels are more towards you. And again, I'm going to show this sideways. If you're not used to doing this, you have a chair in front of you so that you have that to help you go up and down. So basically it's hands on the shoulders, belly button tight, lean forward and come up, and then come down. So this is a cardio version of the pose. So I have carpet here, so my chair will not, go back or anything. So what I would do as a beginner, to someone who may have, things that are kind of challenging, have a chair here, and it's the same. You're building that musculature, fingertips, not gripping, but fingertips here to help you come up and come down. Again, kind of notice your placement of your feet if your knees are going out. Yeah. And just kind of notice, is there spice going on? Are you plopping into the chair? So this is your functional move to keep you from having to have assistance going to the restroom. I know when you travel on the road, it's like they have the lowest toilets, right? It's like, oh my gosh. Let's do one more. And then, so mine kind of went back a little bit there. We're going to hover. So here we go. Hike up your pants, bend your knees, stick your booty out, and then come down, maybe fingertips on the chair. And then hover, 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 and then come down. Woo! Hello, knees. Hello, hips. All right. Let me check our time here. I'm going to come up to the front of the room. And at this point, this is our guided rest and relaxation portion of the class. So I invite you either just to softly gaze or eyes closed, or maybe you can tuck your chin a little bit towards your chest and you're kind of looking at the floor there. Maybe your feet are wide. Maybe you're crossed at the ankles. We're going to go through like a little mini meditation here. So let's breathe in and breathe out. Let me mute everybody. So notice the chest and belly rising as you breathe in and as you breathe out. Again, inhaling, relax those shoulders. Now, so you're noticing the surface that's supporting you. So you have your feet on the floor, the back of the legs on the chair, the behind in the chair, the low back, mid back, maybe a little bit of the upper back. Kind of really let yourself relax into the chair. Maybe cross at those ankles. Very good. So from here, notice the sensation of support, feeling very heavy, very weighted into that surface. Some of y'all like to go over to the couch or lay down on the floor during this part. That's cool. Again, notice the sensation of support here in the back places of the body. And then shift all your attention to the front places of the body. Notice the air coming across the skin, the neck, the face maybe, wherever you have your skin exposed today. The arms are light, the legs are light, the whole body light. So the front places of the body feeling very light, very feathery, and then flip it to the places in the back side where you're feeling supported, very weighted, very heavy into that surface that supports you. Notice the breath. Notice the sound as it goes through the nostril tips and as it comes out the nostril tips. Good. Shift your attention to your right hand thumb. And then you're going to say in your brain, right hand thumb. You're going to think right hand thumb. And in your brain, say right hand thumb. And then we shift it to your index finger, right middle finger, ring finger, right pinky finger, palm of the right hand, forearm, elbow, upper arm, right shoulder. So by naming places in your body, by thinking about them, by saying them in your brain, it helps you to let go of all those repetitive thoughts, helps to lessen anxiety, lessen stress. So let's continue. Right side chest, right side waist, right hip, upper right leg, knee, shin, top side of the right foot. Now, let's think about all those places on the right side of the body, just the right side. And now let's shift everything over to the left side, starting with that left hand thumb, index finger, middle left finger, ring finger, left pinky, left palm of the hand, lower left arm, elbow, upper arm, left shoulder, left side chest, left side waist, hip, upper left leg, knee, shin, top of the left foot. Once again, I invite you to notice just the left side of the body, just the left side now, and then shift all of your attention over to the right side. Let the left side out. Just think about all the places on the right side. Going back over to the left side, and now over to the right side. Once again, back to the left side and ending with the right side. Now, let's think about the back places of the body. Top of the head, back of the head, right shoulder, left shoulder, upper back, mid back, low back, right behind, left behind, the back side of the right leg, the back side of the left leg, the sole of the right foot, the sole of the left foot, that back side of that right arm, and the back side of the left arm. All those places in the back side of the body. Let's shift it to the front side of the body, starting with the right ear and the left ear. Right eyebrow, left eyebrow, the eyebrow center, the right nostril, the left nostril, right cheekbone, left cheekbone, upper lip, lower lip, jawline, right collarbone, left collarbone, the heart center, the navel center. Again, noticing the places in the front side of the body, and then noticing the places in the back side of the body. Beautiful. From here, I invite you to kind of flutter those eyes open if they're not there already. Wiggle those fingers, wiggle those toes. Let's shift a little forward on our chair and knees wide and start those upper body circles. Kind of bring our bodies, bring our brain back into our bodies. And then let's reverse, go the other way. Good. And then let's come to the front of the room. Let's do that seated cat. Let's curve the spine to the back of the room. Kind of notice if it's a little bit more curvy. And then sit up nice and tall for that seated mountain. And let's hinge forward, elbows out for that cow. Very nice. Come back up to tall seated mountain. Nice tall posture. And then curve that spine. Go back to the back of the chair. Ooh, I love that part right there. And then come back on up to tall mountain. And one more time, let's hinge forward for cow. Let the belly be soft while you're here. And then back up to tall seated mountain. From here, let's take the sides of the hands and tap, tap, tap. The pinky sides is for lessening headaches and vertigo. So we're not whapping, we're just gently tapping that meridian. My bracelets are making sound here. And then let's do the interwebs of the thumb. So that's for digestive disorders, for nausea. So we're kind of tapping into these little arcs. I guess they're arcs. Notice which hand is on top, and let's switch it. Okay, and tap, tap, tap. Very good. Breathing in, breathing out. Then we do the interwebs of the fingers. So be mindful of the ring. So this is for lessening pain and numbness in the limbs. I'm just scooting a little bit forward here. So tap, tap, tap. And again, if you got those rings, just kind of be careful around that ring. Yeah. And again, my bracelets are making sounds. Then I'm going to stop and wiggle the top finger and then switch the other finger to be on top. Oof. And tap, tap, tap into those valleys of the fingers. There's like a normal way you do this and then an abnormal way. So every time we switch to the abnormal way, my brain kind of goes, what did you do? Again, for pain or numbness in the limbs. Let's do the pulse points, the wrists. That's for heart, cardiovascular issues. So tap, tap, tap. Oh, I can hear my bracelets now. So getting that heart meridian, that pericardium meridian. Then flip it. Let's do a little bit more. I think the next one is my favorite. It's for osteoarthritis, for back pain. So we're going to cup the hand and tap, tap, tap softly on the top of the hand, back of the hand. Now, if you got rings, you're going to kind of like curve it a little bit more so the ring isn't hitting the top of the hand. Some people like to place it on the leg and do that, but I feel like that's a little bit more opportunity for more. So I like to have it in the air instead. Let's switch it. Again, I got a ring on this side, so I'm going to curve it a little bit more. Tap, tap, tap. Again, for osteoarthritis, back pain. The next one is for neck and shoulder pains. I'm going to move my bracelets down a little bit. We're going to do it on the back of the wrist. Again, cup the hand. Tap, tap, tap. And then do the other one. Now I've got my watch here, so I'm going to kind of move over a little bit. It's not in the exact area where it needs to be, but you get the idea, right?
47 minutes, 13 seconds, 187 calories.
My watch is talking. Make a fist, punch into that open palm. So here we go. So that's for stress, anxiety, improving clarity, consciousness. You notice your strength one side versus the other two. Makes a nice noise. Let's do the other one. This is my less strong side. Plus, if you got a ring, you got to be a little bit less, yeah? Wow. Beautiful. Now, this next one is for lessening insomnia. I haven't really tested it out for myself because I usually listen to a yoga nidra to help me sleep, but you slap your elbow pits. Now, don't use it with the same strength because it gets spicy, okay? Makes a big noise, too. And I always look side to side when I do this. I don't know why I do that. It's just, that's what I do. 2 more. Clap the hands. Ooh, rub some circulation back. You can kind of grind it to get some good heat in there, yeah? Now, if you have glasses, take your glasses off. You're going to, again, get the palms nice and warm. And I invite you to take your palms over your eyes. Breathe in. Breathe out. A little bit of moist heat to the eyes. Increased tear production. Very soothing, very relaxing. Can't do this with the glasses on though. Very good. Now let's shift into our gratitude practice. You can have hands together or hands stacked on the heart. And let's think about one thing that we're grateful for, or at least, maybe an idea of gratitude, right? And so whatever that is, maybe you can drop your chin towards your chest, and gratitude just showing up today. Again, bring whatever that is into your heart space just for a moment here. Breathing in and out. Very nice. You can keep your chin towards your chest, or you can bring your head back to your normal place, eyes opened or closed. And I'll say our traditional endings to end our yoga class. So the light in me honors and respects the light in you. Let's take the peace, the strength, and the understanding, and a little attitude of gratitude, and let's pass it on. Namaste, which means the bright light in me honors and respects the bright light in you. This concludes our practice of chair yoga for fall prevention. I'm going to come up to the camera and stop the recording, and then I'll entertain any questions, concerns, comments that y'all may have.